ladies and gentlemen.
Anyway, so today is Halloween, the day where everyone takes their kids or go on a sugar hunt by going in front of strangers' homes, knocking on the doors, saying trick or treat, and passing off candy for free. But enough about that, because I'm going to review what is considered by the Doom community to be the abysmal in the series called Doom 64. Well, back in 1996, the Nintendo 64 came out, and my family got the system on Christmas time. Obviously, the Nintendo 64 came with Mario 64. We got another game, well, obviously this. Me, my brother, and my father had played the shit out of this game, and I mean the living shit out of it. Codes or no codes, skill or no skill, we were playing this thing as if it's like Super Mario Brothers over again. I'm dead serious. But anyway. But nowadays, is it as bad as people say it is? Well, we can go ahead and find out for ourselves, or... oh, fuck it. Of course this game is great! It's probably the second best game in the series. Why do people not like this game? I mean, it's not perfect, but what the hell is? Anyway, let's go ahead and play this game. What, you expect me to show footage of me putting the cartridge in? That's been overdone. So, when you play the game, you'll see the intro, which looks pretty cool for an early N64 title. Now, I've read some reviews before, and noticed the most biased ones. The complaints I've heard are mostly about the darkness in the game. The game is dark, yes, but you can adjust your brightness, and not to mention, this game does feel different from other Doom games. I mean, while it does contain the same action we know and love about the series, it also has a horror feel to it. I mean, there are more satanic messages and logos in this game than in any other Doom game. It's scarier, which I'll elaborate on that in a moment, and the darkness adds to the atmosphere, which means it's a kind of game you want to play with the lights off to get the full effect. In short, if you complain about how dark this game is, then honestly, you probably shouldn't be playing this to begin with. Now first off, let's talk graphics. Considering that this was an early launch title for the N64, the graphics are quite awesome for the time. I mean, it's way better than the Jaguar version of Doom, which claimed to have 64-bit graphics. Even on the commercial, they showed how much bullshit they've pulled. Anyway, so the enemies look a lot scarier than they used to. I mean, look at this. The Bolt Demon is pretty fucking intimidating. The zombie men look a bit more like zombies. The imps look badass. They even redesigned some of the enemies in the game, like the Cacodemon, however you pronounce his name, who all look badass compared to the original counterpart. They also redesigned all the weapons, which also look way better, and the maps in this game, for the most part, are designed quite well. The sound, since they were aiming for a horror feel, they use ambient tracks, which fits the mood just right. The kind of mood where you're in the middle of the night, playing the game on a hard difficulty, and having the fear of getting killed when your health is low and your ammunition is limited. Also called the "oh shit" mood. For gameplay, well, it's Doom. What did you expect? You go around and shoot monsters and things. Nothing complex, really. There are about 25 maps, now counting the 7 secret maps, so the game should last you quite a bit. The controls, well, the turning feels stiff to me when using the D-pad, but except for the control stick, the controls are fully customizable to where you can play this game with modern first-person shooter controls if you like. It also features things that the original Doom or Doom 2 couldn't do back in the day. Like when the enemies come up to your face, they don't get pixelized like in the original Doom, the sky moves, some map gimmicks have been included, lightning has been improved, traps has been included, and of course bringing the horror feel. A new weapon has been included, dubbed, "What the fuck is this?" Yeah, I'm not kidding you guys. It's a laser that shoots, well, a laser. It's not all that useful compared to the plasma rifle, but it is upgradable by finding one of the 3 secret levels that contain these relics from the Doom Bible. If you collect a relic, it upgrades your laser's firepower, and the next will give you an extra laser to shoot, and another with the next. And these relics in the laser can help you in the final level of the game, which even on the hardest difficulty can make that level, along with the final boss, ridiculously easy. But in a sense, it feels rewarding, but the relics aren't needed to complete the game. Oh, and there's a password feature, and if you have a memory card, you can save after each level you play, meaning that you can start the level with all the weapons you had before. So, this game sounds perfect, doesn't it? Well, as if every other game ever made, it has its flaws. For example, do you remember these guys from Doom 2? Yeah, they're not in this game. The turning with the D-pad feels slow, as I mentioned earlier, but the control stick isn't bad. And the secret levels, for the most part, isn't very obvious to discover. I mean, there are some parts of a level which seem like it, but there are other parts which really requires a guide to discover, unless you like to consistently grunt in front of the wall as if you're air humping it. Other than that, I really enjoyed this game, and it's one of my favorites. Oh, and the flaws I mentioned, most of them was due to space limitation on the N64 cartridge. Argue with me if you want, but I find Doom 64 to be better than Doom 2 and Final Doom. I mean, it tried something different here, while the sequels feel more like an expansion pack to me. Not to say that they're bad, but that's how I feel, to be honest. I mean, here's the final level in Doom 2. Guess who the final boss is? A big demon head with an opening in its forehead. And it's not even a figure, it's just a wall texture. You go all the way up to activate the platform, fighting through hordes of demons in the process, and making it to the platform to fire a couple of rockets into the forehead. Not very exciting, if you ask me. In Doom 64, they made it interesting by having these camps where the demons will spawn from, giving you the exact definition of clusterfuck. Oh wait, the second game had that minus the camps. What the hell am I talking about? Anyway, if you have the relics, everything can be finished practically instantly. Just close the camps and go all out at the final boss, or you can fight through the army of demons and shoot the fuck out of the mother demon while trying to dodge all of her attacks. It's a bit more exciting in my opinion, and as with every Doom tradition, the story isn't very strong, but really, what did you expect out of Doom? William Shakespeare? If you're a Doom fan, you need to find this game for the Nintendo 64, or you could download Total Conversion for Doom 2 to play this game, which is almost exactly the same as the original, as it did change some things here and there, but it's an enjoyable game overall. Hope you enjoyed this one, and happy Halloween. Don't forget to inspect that candy and save your parents.